What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Meet Your Brewer here. We're ahead of Cock-A-Doodle Brew Fest, just a couple weeks out, and we're here at Pollyanna Brewing Company in Lamont on the shores of the mighty I&M Canal just outside. First off, Brian, beautiful place you got here.
Thank you.
Brian Pavola, he's the brewmaster, co-owner here of Pollyanna. And on a personal note, being from Lamont, I was telling you about this earlier, my hometown, and when I knew about a year ago that there was going to be a brewery in downtown Lamont,
Got a little bit excited.
I got real excited. That is an understatement. So it's very good stuff you got going here.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so
my
much.
excitement has been proven to be accurate because you guys are doing some pretty cool things. So you spent your time learning in school and in Germany. So tell us about the evolution of this particular brewery, Pollyanna. You're about to celebrate your 1 year anniversary, doing quite well. So where did it all begin?
Pollyanna began with me blogging under the name Pollyanna when I was in brewing school.
Okay.
So Pollyanna means irrepressibly optimistic. So I always had this whole glass half full concept, from changing jobs where the money was great to something where the money is not necessarily guaranteed.
Yeah.
So the name started there, and then I came back here and kept blogging under the name. I worked for another brewery for a while, and then while I was there, I met my partners. So there's 5 of us total. So I met a couple of them, and we just kind of got together, and we decided that we had the right group of people. We had the sales side, the finance side, the architectural side, the brewing side, obviously, and then just other kind of support with their families and everything.
Sure.
So we decided to start Pollyanna pretty much around the end of 2013. So we were incorporated on 11/12 of 13. So we worked on this building, which we love, for almost a year, and we opened last September 26th of 2014.
Yeah, so later on this month. Well, a little bit before Cock-A-Doodle Brew Fest is going to happen, you're going to celebrate your 1 year. Tell us how the Lamont community has embraced Pollyanna.
Oh, Lamont's been great. The city, the mayor, the people, they've all been very supportive. When we opened, there was probably 2,000 people here on opening night just because people wanted us to be here. But it was a perfect opportunity for us to come into some place that needed us to be here. And we have a great downtown here. We're right along the I&M Canal. We have a lot of outdoor seating. We can have food trucks here on the weekends. There's plenty of parking. So Lamont was just the logical spot to be.
Talk about some of the beers that we have on tap. I know the full Lamonti is one that you have, and you come up with very creative names. And let's go ahead and just start with Maisie. Is it Maisie or Mazzy?
Sure. It's Maisie.
Okay, tell us about the story of Maisie, which we see right here.
Which I'll point out that we just recently started canning.
Yes.
So Maisie are pale ales in 6-packs, and Lexical Gap are IPAs in 4-packs. And you can find these at any big liquor store like Binny's or any of the other craft beer stores around here. But the story behind Maisie was that she...
Let me enjoy her real quick.
Yeah, you can enjoy her. Not the way people used to enjoy her. But Maisie was a business owner in Lamont in the 1890s.
Nice way to put it. Okay.
And she owned her own brothel. So her place was the place to go for female companionship, for gambling, for lots of endless booze. And that was the time when Lamont was a hub for limestone quarrying. So there was a lot of work around here. So every town needed a brothel at the time, and
of course.
So Maisie's Place was the go-to establishment in Lamont, and we wanted to name our go-to pale ale after her. Not necessarily condoning what she did, but it's a historical reference, and we try to name a lot of our beers after that. Like the full Lamonti is an example. That one's pretty obvious. Lexical Gap is more of an English term. It's not a historical term. It's a term when there's not a word for something. There's a lexical gap, so something's missing. And then our porter, which I'm drinking here, is named Eleanor Porter because she was the author of the original Pollyanna story.
Okay. In the Pollyanna story, again, just that young girl trying to change all the negative people around her, which...
Correct.
I could not think of a more perfect example of an analogy for a brewery.
Yeah,
because that's the vibe. I mean, you put a brewery somewhere, and the vibe of the area changes.
Right.
I think
Absolutely,
and it changes for the better. It's more relaxed. It's more friendly. All of the above. Is that kind of come to fruition here?
Oh yeah. One of my favorite examples of the type of people that come in here is on a certain night we'll have 4 older ladies in the corner enjoying Eleanor. It seems to be that type of crowd's favorite beer. I don't know if it's the name or whatever. And then there's a group of 21-year-olds that are in college enjoying some Full Monty, and then there's a couple in the back on their first date, just because this place can bring in a lot of different types of people. And ever since we opened, it's been great to see that actually.
Nothing better than trying it in-house. So come on down, visit the brewery. You're going to like what you taste. Or just come on out to Cock-A-Doodle Brew Fest. You can try it there as well with a whole bunch of other ones. Again, cockadoodlebrewfest.com for all the info and for all your tickets. Thanks a lot, Brian Pavola. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, sir.